Welcome again to my channel. This is Trev from Treversance, and here's what's in the news today. United Methodist Church membership in the US falls by 21.9%. Susan Lorinz, the Florida woman who shot and killed her neighbor through a closed door, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. According to a recent Gallup poll, as of 2023, only about 45% of Americans report being members of a synagogue, a church, a mosque, or a temple. This marks the lowest percentage ever recorded in Gallup's history, with the decline in membership primarily occurring since the year 2000. This means that over half of Americans are not currently church members and do not follow the tradition of going to church every Saturday or Sunday. 70 years ago, more than 70% of Americans made a weekly visit to a place of worship. Today, less than half that number follows the age-old tradition. And the question is, why? What events over the last 30 years do you believe have contributed to this paradigm shift where individuals, especially the younger people, are no longer interested in church and religion on a whole? Talk to me in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. Susan Lorinz, the white woman in Florida who shot and killed her black neighbor through a closed door, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. According to police, the defendant and the victim had a long-standing dispute concerning an empty lot that sat between both their homes. This empty lot served as a playing ground for the victim's children and other children in the neighborhood. But as far as the defendant was concerned, the children were a nuisance. On the day in question, it is believed that Susan Lorinz hurled racist slurs at the children and even threw an iPad which hit one of the children in the shin. She then confiscated the iPad, told the kids off, and then returned to her home. The victim then went to her home to confront her about the assault on her child and the stolen iPad. That is when Miss Lorinz, who had already called the police and was aware that the police was en route, fired her gun through the closed door. The bullet struck Miss Owens in her right chest, traveled through her esophagus, through her spleen, before coming to rest in her left lower abdomen. She died on the spot. And it took days and public outcry for the police to finally arrest Susan Lorinz. In court, she claimed to have been terrified of the victim, even though there was a locked door separating them. In court, she said she did not intend to kill the victim, but also went on to chastise the victim's child who witnessed the shooting, calling the child a liar. In the end, the judge sentenced her to 25 years in prison. Let's talk in the comments below. Do you think 25 years was enough for her crime? Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, this is Trev from Treversance, where your journey matters.